around.
Ooh.
KC also have Prio and
How do you feel about Nocturne in this
like
draft,
I absolutely hate it. I do not like it.
This is so important because you don't really have any camps up right now. Blue will be coming up for Rhilech, but he knows if Yike takes the Scuttle Crab, that's 6 for Yike, and the Grand Starfall is up that much sooner than Paranoia. Poby trying to walk across, kyeahoo here. Shroud of Darkness from Rhilech, but now he's going to get stunned up immediately afterwards. Maynter trying to come down from the top side, fear down onto Yike as he uses the Aegis Assault into the flash. Realm Warp for the chase, Rhilech is low. He'll go onto the other side of kyeahoo, who's been abandoned by his mid laner. And Rhilech survives with a sliver of HP, needs Maynter to bodyguard him up towards this. Will he? A couple of the honey fruits. Yike can still look for the contest. Does top. Canna Ignite Flash is gankable on the Rumble. With Rhilech having Flash as well, you flash over him, get the fear back, even if he does go for the Flash. And he's down to not half HP. Pathmaker in, as there's the all-out coming out from Maynter, and there's the Paranoia follow-up, and the Grand Starfall's going to be too late. Flash away from Maynter. Rhilech needs to get out as well. The arrow not quite finding its mark as Rhilech flashes from the spear. And NaVi managed to escape with their second kill of the game, and Samdi wants to make it 3. Arcane shift forward, Aegis Assault out, Busio looking for the beat drop, jump in, encore, only onto the Karma, and Yike is down. Poby takes it. NaVi in KC are running the rift.
I mean, they're turning this arena into a quiet library. As secured, all in, throw the ulti. He does have the flash, but there's nowhere for him to go. Oh, back to live.
Karna looking for flank here. Poby going to get stunned up, and Karna's just going to burn him. He tries to escape the flame spinner. He has no Leandries. The tick damage isn't there. Canna, after moving down, go in for the all-in. NaVi read that. They bring their Ezreal and their Karma up towards this top side as well. The next real objective to fight over as well is Rift Herald in 2 minutes. As Maynter is stepping forward here. Parus coming in from the side. There's the Enchanted Crystal out into the Grand Starfall. Perfect follow-up from KC. Parus in Paris is killed off as KC find their first of the series. Feels right to me. Feels right to me. NaVi setting up around this Rift Herald. Busio going to step forward. Hawkshot coming out as they spot Rhilech doing it. Poby flashing. There's the stun. Poby flashes away. The tip is there for the follow-up. Poby can't win this one, but Rhilech is here to try and turn it around with the TP coming behind. Rhilech falls low and he goes down. And now, can Maynter win it out in the end? Parus comes across. Yike dives forward. kyeahoo dodging out of vision. Parus tries to heal himself up with the focus resolve. Maynter will get the slam into the wall. kyeahoo will get taken out. The chase continues for Maynter here with Parus in his pocket. He can be healed up, shielded up, focus resolve on core. The heal to get out of range. Maynter going for more. Dashes in onto Yike, who goes in with a shield bolt. Q3 for the knockback. Busio gets it with a beat drop. Yike will fall in the end of 3 for 2 in favor of KC, maybe more. Caliste is here to join the fray. The volley for the slow. Busio there for the chase beat drop. Unbreakable, unstoppable from Maynter as he gets out with a pick Pathmaker. The volley for the follow-up. Busio tanking the tower. Maynter across the wall though. Caliste will still get it. KC immediately flipped the tables on NaVi.
5 to 5. Busio, it's a 2v2. We have to go back to live because the action's going to kick off.
Paranoia, paranoia. Everybody's coming to get you, and Rhilech immediately regrets his decision. He flashes out, and Canna just flash follows him. That was diabolical from the Nocturne.
The game will be theirs. And KC now fully in the driver's seat.
1,000 gold lead for the men in red.
To back. Ezreal wants to poke, and you've got a champion that's trying to dive in. Meanwhile, Ashe Seraphine is more than happy to play into that.
I guess there's the argument you use paranoia as distraction tactics. Not needed this time, he just dives in and down goes kyeahoo.
I think this is the way you now have to play. You play through sides, you look for picks, you capitalize on the fact that both Ryze and Nocturne are really good at picking you off on a side lane. But they need to keep doing it. They need to find these picks ahead of these objectives.
Oh, Rift Herald charge in. Yike leading the way. Looks to get through Samdi. Does get the knock up on him well. Focus up, not quite. Gonna get the root, but Maynter is here. Equalizer down on Parus and Poby. Maynter still looking for a bit more of a chase, but Yike able to get out with the blast cone. In the end, the tower still stands in mid lane, but they do get the TP out, so KC will be happy with that exchange. Busio. Ooh, beat drop just wide, a clipping Parus. Grand Starfall coming in as well. And Caliste is going to collapse on Parus. Opens up and the spear through his heart. Samdi the next target. Caliste, he's just walking on him. The space glide out of KC. As they get 2 in the mid lane. Parus and Samdi all out of sorts.
Caliste does all the work, gets none of the kills. Busio and Yike going to be picking those up as a 2k gold lead is now generated by KC.
They had control of that bush. Drake up in 11 seconds time. KC wants it. We sole point for them as Maynter steps forward, equalizer down, Paranoia on the backline. Who tries to flash away, but with the all-out going out, still managed to get the stun. Who's surviving on the backline, and Yike takes out Maynter. Canna trying to do what he can into Samdi and Poby, and with the encore, the cleanse away from Samdi will be enough, but the smite smitten down, as in the end, Canna gets it with Leandries, and KC with 5 alive. See the Nocturne in their sights. Rhilech with the chase onto kyeahoo, who still has the stun. The fear will go off and get the kill, but Rhilech is now done. He's roasted on a spit by KC, as sole point will be there. Annoying realm warp play, Vedi.
Yeah, they need to find stuff like this.
Poby, realm warp behind, Paranoia in. There goes Poby, and there's the chase, and even with Tibbers down, you can't get enough. And with the Grand Starfall coming out from Yike, let's see how quickly KC can react, because there's TP already in by NaVi. Yike winning the 1v2, he'll take one. The arrow out as well, finds its mark, but it's on to Maynter. Poby able to dodge to the side, Yike put into the GA, Karna, Busio and Caliste here to help out. The equalizer does clip onto Poby, but it's not going to be enough to kill him off with the inspired shield. All out onto Yike from Maynter, but look at the healing coming out from that Echo Zahelia. KC collapse, take 2 more. Sacrifice their mid lane.
As the GA and the rest of KC then collapse. Baron on the cards, no enemy jungle smite to threaten the steal. KC, 26 minutes in, already looking to be put in a position to close this game out.
The cheers come out for KC as they manage to secure the Baron. Don't have the vision to know where Caliste is. Like, kyeahoo is here. Yike is still in this bush.
That's true.
They just don't know it. So Yike is just going to walk behind them as the equalizer comes out. Pathmaker out from Maynter. Canna immediately pops the stopwatch, and look at the damage down onto NaVi before they've even had a chance to answer back. That's the tank, Vedi! That's the tank! Scrap metal now as Caliste goes on a rampage. And NaVi, they didn't get an opportunity to fight back.
A nice engage from KC as the arrow comes through, an early equalizer. Means that they're able to melt through Maynter and turn this terrifying front line into nothing but paper. Burnt to ash.
No way! No way!
He actually steals the soul.
Yike doesn't have smite.
Yike did not have his smite available. And so Samdi buys a little bit of time for NaVi.
20 seconds, but he's sitting on it.
Who has to be careful about how deep he pushes in the bot side, so he's just going to take one wave and then regroup with his team.
Caliste goes in, and Charlie Crystal Arrow was cleansed away by Samdi, but you can see the shields coming out from Busio. Equalizer down as well, does clip Parus, but a good Mantra Inspire will get them out. Grand Starfall coming in as well, as KC look for the fight. The flank begins. Poby has found that backline. Encore coming in, there's Paranoia as well. Caliste has to flash away, but Caliste is down, and NaVi are going to turn onto Canna. Yike and Busio trying to chase Poby and Rhilech down here. Rhilech still has the GA. Poby trying to open up onto Yike. Realm warp out, there's no stun. Poby gets out. Rhilech now onto Busio. He's stunned up. Jungler down. So far an AD carry for jungler exchange, but NaVi found a pretty good fight considering how far behind they are.
A very deep overforce from KC is once the Rumble Ultimate was used and NaVi had disengaged, I felt like that they needed to just back away way too deep onto kyeahoo. And they end up losing Rhilech, so they can't really threaten anything else on the map.
Yeah, with Yike collapsing around, it would have been hard for NaVi to extricate themselves. Yike going forward onto Maynter. Charlie Crystal does hit, but the Arcane Shift just in time. Still with the spear going through. There's the equalizer as well, and Samdi is going to burn. Mikhail's enough to keep him alive for now as KC turn their attentions towards the dragon. Poby's on a flank. Canna is going to face up against him, spots him out now as Poby walks back to the Tribush. Rhilech has the Paranoia, has a blast cone to get into the back of the pit. Samdi healing up off the red buff. Maynter getting chipped away at. And because of that, NaVi will give up the ghost on Infernal Soul. KC claim it.
Tested, and now they'll start off the Baron. NaVi, they have to find a fight here.
But they don't have vision. True Shot Rush comes out, they'll see it's at 14k. Could Realm Warp in, I guess, for Poby. You've still got the Paranoia from Rhilech. This is the fight that NaVi have elected to take. Samdi, Arcane shifts forward onto Canna. Redemption coming down with the Grand Starfall as well. Parus having to flash away. Paranoia on the back line. They've taken out Caliste and Samdi. It's really opening up, and he's charmed by the Encore and doesn't have plans. He's going to take down Canna. The stopwatch just in time. Who falling? Yike chasing on Poby. Misses the spear. Canna unstoppable as Samdi falls. Parus is next up for Yike. Another spear through the heart of NaVi. only Maynter still stands as KC. A closer fight than it should have been, but still they come out on top.
Even after losing Caliste and Canna.
Enchanted Crystal coming out, immediate Mikhail's out of Parus. True Shot Barrage now going to be used to try and clear out some of this wave. But KC continued to step forward. Poby and Rhilech are looking for the flank. They'll go on to Canna. Poby steps in. Yahoo flashes. Gets the stun. Equalizes down Seraphine enough to get the shield up. And look at Ksante down to half HP. Paranoia in from Rhilech for the fear. Poby across the wall. Putting in the overload, but another one goes wide. NaVi now all down to about half HP and have to back up. And because KC had the backup of Busio with that surround sound, he'll heal them up. Inhibitor tower on the top side has already gone down. The True Shot Barrage doesn't really find its mark as Caliste begins to step forward. Poby almost gets in range for a Rune Prison TP behind by Maynter. KC now need to walk out through the mid lane. Maynter's going to try and collapse on them. A pin, some movement, some damage onto Caliste. He opens up into Rhilech. There's the GA. Dives onto the backline. Encore onto Maynter, and now Maynter is just done for. Canna once again becomes the distraction. He'll go down, but as Poby steps up, he's immediately sent to the fountain. KC with 4 alive and only somebody here to try and defend. NaVi down. Somebody down. Rhilech and Parus stay alive, but their Nexus does not have that same fate. A grand starfall as NaVi collapse amongst the cosmos that is KC. KC claim the win in 40 minutes.
A hard-fought battle at the end there, but it is KC that walk away with the victory. An intense start to game 1 of this best of 3.
It really was, it really was. We're going to hand it over to the analyst desk to break down that game 1. What a game 1 it was.